half that high, I'd be doing like the fucking panic, come down and just break whatever I landed on. I don't know.
The tough thing about ski trips is like people go out the first day, and the amount of times one person gets hurt is pretty likely.
Verbier.
Sounds good to me.
Desire. Who are you most excited to see perform?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I know like 4 names on there.
Yeah, dude, so uncultured.
Well, I mean, whatever.
I haven't even looked at like the people that are going to be there.
Dude, look at the list and tell me if you recognize anybody.
Well, the X Games, there's like no USA guys.
Yeah.
It's just international.
And there's like no Canadians, which is surprising. Except for the women. A couple Switzerland, a couple Koreans, mostly Japanese, Chinese. Oh my God, Japan is representing in the men's bracket.
They always do.
One.
So if you click on athletes, is that who's all going to be in it?
Yeah, I put a list of it too in our Notion. Oh, I was also going to pull that up when you're talking about it.
Gaon Choi. Tong Tong. See that? Tong Tong.
Tong Tong? Is that his name?
That's a woman.
Tong Tong? Where the fuck is
Luke
Tong
Tong.
Tong?
Kai.
I don't see Tong. Oh,
That's the very bottom.
Tong Kai. Oh, okay.
Yuto
Tong, tong, tong.
Tatsuka.
Oh no.
Honestly,
Wang Jiang.
That's a good,
That is a baller name, Wang Jiang.
yeah, he's the one that won the knuckle huck, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think yeah, he's 21, yeah.
Triple front flip dog.
Shuichiro Shigeno. Holy fuck, there's a 16-year-old from the United States competing.
We got Hablutzel.
And there's a 16 Korean. Couple 16-year-old Koreans.
Ablu Wetzel.
16-year-old USA guy.
Absolute demon on the slopes.
Alessandro Barbieri, USA. Don't know if I pronounced that right. Barbieri.
Hey, good try. I mean, I don't know. Sounded good to me.
John Lee.
Juan Choi looks kind of scary.
And up their profiles.
We're
Yeah.
sorting out the competition by name right now. Sound of name. Who's going to win?
Who's gonna win?
Just by the sound of their name.
All right, for the women, it's gotta be Tong Tong, right?
Tong Tong Tong.
It's gotta be Tong Tong. I think she's gonna kill it.
Tong Tong to the toe, and she sticks it. Oh my gosh.
Is it Beatrice Kim, Chloe Kim's sister?
Tong Tong Tong.
She was the name I was trying to think of the other day. I couldn't think of who the dominant female was. It's Chloe Kim. I don't know though, to answer your question.
Verde?
Is that her sister?
I don't know.
I mean, there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance. Now for the men, I think I gotta go with I just updated.
Well,
Hang
you
on.
just like breeze through the women. Come on now.
Well, we were just picking one based off a name. I thought that's what we said.
It's Tong Tong.
It's Tong Tong. For me, that's my pick.
The Tong 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 takes the cake.
Now for the men, I gotta go with, if we're going just off of names, Shuichiro Shigeno. It's my other pick.
Can you say that again?
Shuichiro Shigeno.
Gano from Kawasaki.
But in all honesty, a Hirano brother's probably gonna win. But
Coming into the pipe hot on that heel. Oh, he's coming into the pipe switch. I don't even know if he does a pipe, but I would assume.
He looks like he could build some like major Lego sets.
Shuichiro,
Yeah, Shigino.
he's 18, so he's probably into something like that. I don't know.
Crazy Rector set builds.
All right, who are y'all picking?
If we're just going by name,
Should we do this at like the discussion topic, and should we introduce this episode and what we're doing with this one?
discussion topic.
We just talk about this again at the end.
Title. Well, I mean, just throw a reminder. Um, you know, discussing the snow league, going over the athletes competing, going over the schedule, and by the way, we're gonna be there.
Oh,
We're gonna be there Friday and
whoa.
Saturday.
Both days. First event in Aspen on, what is it? Buttermilk Mountain? Yeah.
Aspen Buttermilk, Aspen Snowmass.
But yeah, this is a new type of episode. Not going to be like our typical rehab episode. Basically, just going over events, something that we're excited to see, and something that's in the world of snowboarding that's groundbreaking.
Upcoming things.
Seems pretty sweet. Anyway,
Have you been to Aspen, Chuck?
yeah, I've been once, but I've never snowboarded there. I've never been to the slopes. I only went into town and I jumped off a cliff there.
You jumped off a
What?
cliff there?
Yeah, we went paragliding for a day in Aspen.
You went paragliding.
Yeah. You know how they set that up?
No.
It's wild. So they basically take you up in a truck with like 10 other people and your instructors.
Mm.
Instructors strapped to your back like you're going to skydive. You put the parachute out behind you like it's already out. Like you don't have to pull a chute or anything. So it's not base jumping,
Mm.
but it's behind you. And what they tell you is just run as fast as you can and jump off the cliff. Like literally, there's like a cliff right in front of us that's maybe 20 yards away. And they just say, run as fast as you can straight at the cliff. And I was like, okay, fuck. I put my head down and I started hoofing it. Me and my guy got so much power into it. Our parachute lifted us up before I even got to the cliff. So like we went over the cliff, but we didn't have to like do a like jump or anything. It just lifted us up. It was pretty cool. And then we just like,
this. And how have you never talked about this before?
I don't know. I've never told you guys this.
No.
Oh, this was back in like,
in Aspen one time.
yeah, it was pretty sick. I want to say it was like 2016,
2016.
maybe. Yeah, that sounds right. 2016, 2014, somewhere around there. One of those, somewhere in there.
Summer?
Yeah, it was summer. There was no snow. Right when we landed too, my buddy, so the way you land, you can kind of land one of two ways. One, you can either float down gracefully and then run with your legs on the ground before the parachute falls. That's the correct way to do it. Or you could just kick your feet up and slide on your butt. My buddy decided to do it a third way. He comes down, catches both of his feet, and him and his instructor face plant into the ground. It was pretty funny. Not gonna lie.
Like have black eyes when they got up?
No, like I mean, like they hit it like hard, but it's not like you're not coming down super fast. But like he hit the ground, hit his face, and then he got dragged a little bit because the parachute went in front of him.
Dude, I've heard people break face doing that stuff.
Yeah, he wasn't seriously injured. He was okay. He had a couple scratches, but he was all right. I was laughing my ass off. I thought it was so funny.
As you're on the ground, just watching them land. Everybody's watching them.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do that again soon?
I mean, I'll do it. I don't care. I'll do it whenever. It was a lot of fun. I liked it.
In the summer. Why were y'all out there in the summer?
I don't remember. No, was it the summer? No, I think it was early spring. So there was still some snow in the mountains, but like we were there for a week. And I think that if it's the same trip that I'm thinking of, we went to Winter Park and Eldora while we were there to go snowboarding. He skied, but I snowboarded. And what else did we do? They took us to Central City for a day because they lived in Blackhawk.
Oh wow. What a place to live.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
I think we went to
50 houses there.
Yeah, I know. They lived in Blackhawk, and then we went to Aspen for a day. I don't. It's fuzzy, dude. It's over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Or like about 10 years ago. I don't know. I don't remember the exact details, but I know we were in Aspen, and when we came down into the city, we saw one of the instructors coming out of a dispensary right next to us. Like, yo, what's up, dude?
Right before?
No, right after.
Oh.
It's like he just got off work, decided to go get something to take the edge off, I guess. I don't know.
There's a lot of edge, literally. It's on the edge all day.
Yeah. All right. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Little intermission for some Chuck dumpage. Oh my gosh.
What?
That was fast.
I just shut the door. That's all I did.
He's quick.
He didn't even wipe.
Yeah,
What?
wipe.
All right.
Pants are still on the ground.
I don't want to keep you guys waiting, you know? I'll deal with it after.
As long as you're not still sitting there, you know.
No, yeah, I took the camera into the bathroom with me. You can't tell because of the background.
That's what the secret is.
He just lights a match. Oh gosh.
All right, time to lock in. Gang.
We got to settle a debate.
What's the debate?
So, I've heard multiple answers. Are you a goggles over the helmet kind of guy? Or are you a goggles underneath the helmet kind of guy? So, strap around the head or strap around the helmet?
There's only one correct answer to that.
I kind of agree here.
What do you do?
Around the helmet.
Over.
100%.
Yeah.
Anybody that puts it under the helmet, Jerry. Instant Jerry status.
Hey, some of the people I've heard though that do that ride a lot.
I mean,
you got pros that do both, so I don't know.
all right, well, fair enough. I mean, most everybody's better than me, but still.
He's like, I'm dog shit, but
My camera really does not like these goggles.
yeah, you're getting a lot of bounce back here.
Let me see if I can fix it.
But yeah, definitely over the helmet. I think it's a safer route.
That looks better.
Like it keeps the helmet more snug on your head.
Yeah, definitely.
It kind of looks better, I think, with the logo of the goggles on the outside. Looks
I
kinda
think
cool.
I think so too.
Especially if you got a cool design. It kind of you can flex the personality a little bit there. And then
What are you talking about?
like having a goggle strap design showing outside the helmet.
Oh, yeah.
See, like I think that looks cool with the Oakley O. I've always thought that was sick.
Yeah, I need to throw some stickers on my helmet.
Right on the side of the helmet.
I do too. I just bought a helmet actually. First ever helmet I've actually owned.
Nice. Don't crack it.
I broke a rental, okay? It's fine.
It's still impressive. Rental or not.
No, that hurt. I was 100% concussed. Only reason I didn't, I thought about going to urgent care. Only reason I didn't is because it was going to be expensive to get a CT scan. I was like, nah, it's not worth it. I'll tough it out.
You're like, I only threw up twice. I'm fine.
I only got nauseous. I didn't throw up. It was fine. Only slightly concussed.
Try to get in the wrong car.
I did not do that. This just looks better if I just blur my background and just do that.
Just contrast the hat a little bit.
I think if my hat was black like yours, it would look better.
Mine's brown, actually.
No, it looks black with my goggles on. I'm just going to do this, whatever. It'll be fine.
That worked. It might be the chair, too. I don't know.
It could be the chair.
Little blend with the lens. Oh, you look like a guy from a 90s to early 2000s Mountain Dew commercial.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like a PlayStation 1 video game. But anyway, so I guess goggles over the helmet is the way to go.
100%, dude. If you're, I don't, yeah. There's a reason there's a little clip in the back of every helmet.
Yeah, I agree. It's there for a reason, I think, too.
I think it's safer, you know? I don't know. I think it just makes more sense.
And there's so much strap in these goggles sometimes. It's like, it doesn't feel right. If you're
I would agree with you on that.
Around the head. But some people say it's more comfortable if they got a beanie on. I mean,
I take my beanie off.
Yeah, I do too.
I think most helmets now have enough padding and like warmth inside that you don't really need a beanie.
I agree.
Don't go beanie over the helmet.
Beanie over the helmet. Like a whole like Guardian cap. Bring it into the snowboard world.
Hey, Colby's
I think
wife.
we're onto something.
Colby's wife had one. It's designed to go over the helmet.
The Guardian cap?
No, it wasn't a Guardian cap, but she had like this like shiesty that wasn't a tight shiesty, but it went over it was designed to go over the helmet. It was super loose fitting and like really fuzzy and warm. was like a neck warmer,
Yeah,
but
like
like for
gator.
the whole head, but designed for a helmet.
Yeah, yeah. I'm starting to see more of those.
Yeah.
I've never heard them called shiesties so much though lately.
Well, whatever. Yeah. It was just the first thing that came to my mind.
The shiesty.
But anyway, shall we get into the Snow League? What it is? What's going on with it?
Yeah, so Snow League is the first ever coming up this year, this season. Established by Sean White, of course, and investors, venture capitalists. It's going to be a brand new format, apparently, compared to X Games, Do Tour, all those big events. And it's a whole league now. It's not just a competition to competition to competition. It's going to have a whole like season long point system and everything, kind of like Supercross does. So it's going to be snowboarding competitions with a focus of head to head competitions going into the mix. And like I said, season long point system. So that's kind of sick.
Yeah, I thought that was the coolest thing that I saw when I was reading about it because I was like, oh, Snow League. Like I was thinking X Games competition type, one and done. But he's like turned it into a whole season long, year long thing where there's like a Snow League world champion crowned at the end of it. I was like, I thought that was a new, fresh take on the winter sports, whether it's skiing or snowboarding.
Yeah, like you're not going to just have those guys that do one event and get gold. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
it sounds like there's going to be multiple, and whoever is like top dog out of all of them ends up winning the league out of points, which I think sounds sick. Like, you can't just be good at one specific event. You got to be good at a little bit of everything. It sounds like, at least I hope so,
Yeah.
in terms of what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, I mean, this very first event, this is the first ever event done by Snow League. It happens at Aspen, Snowmass on Buttermilk Mountain. It's just half pipe competitions for this first one. That's all I've seen. A couple different rules with that. I'll go over that when we get to the format, but that's just this first event. But it does say later on too that they're going to introduce free skiing. Now, I don't know quite what that means, but like what kind of skiing events they're going to be. I don't know. Have you guys heard anything else about that?
I mean, my thoughts were like, is it similar to natural selection where it's like the backcountry, wide open, see who has more style, more control to get to the bottom of the mountain and make their own line? Like creativity, just additional tricks, just who creates the best line from top to bottom.
So you're saying that's not really jump to jump, like they have big competitions. It's more of like they send them on the top of the mountain and they do what they want.
I'm not sure. It's a possibility because that's what natural selection does. Sometimes they'll
Yeah,
chop them to the top and then they're like, all right, you have to get to that checkpoint and then whatever line or, however well you can style this, least amount of falls, best amount of control, most amount of tricks, you end up winning the event.
that's the way I was understanding it because that's how they worded it. They worded it as free skiing going to be introduced at a later date. I believe on the next competition, they're going to announce it after Aspen, but it just says free skiing. So I'm assuming it's kind of going to be along the lines of like what you're talking about there.
So I guess building off of that, Dew Tour has always been so Aspen or Breckenridge. Same thing with X Games. Do you think they'll add quite a bit more resorts and locations in the Snow League? I haven't heard anything about that yet.
Like it's kind of sticking around Aspen right now. But with how we're saying, like it's so international, the sport itself is just becoming more international with people all over the world. You would think that they would expand to Japan or Switzerland or something else, even Canada.
Yeah,
So I did do a little bit of research on that. I was going through everything on their website, like their blog posts and stuff. They're going all over the world. They're going to resorts all over the world, not just the United States, but like you're talking about, Ryan, like I'm pretty sure they're going to go to Canada. They're going to go to Japan. They're going to go to Switzerland. They're going to go to France. Like that's what it seems like this whole season is going to be built around. And Sean White wrote a letter on his website. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but he's talking about basically going to the best resorts like all over the world. So I don't know. He hasn't released like exactly where. This is the only one where they've released like exact details so far, but he does say they're going internationally, like everywhere.
So I have this list right here. I just put in Snow League destinations, and it pulled up Whistler Mountain, Canada. It pulled up Jackson Hole, Wyoming. It pulled up a resort in Chile. It
Oh,
pulled
okay.
up a resort in Park City, Utah. Vail, Colorado. Lake Tahoe, France, which could be Chamonix, Utah, probably another part of Park City. And then Snowmass is listed, Aspen, which Buttermilk Snowmass is, I feel like they all kind of fall in line together. And then Big Sky Resort, Montana.
Okay.
Then Japan.
Hokkaido. I've heard that one before. I couldn't tell you anything about it, but I've heard of that one.
Then is it Verbier, Switzerland?
Okay.
Verbier.
Sounds good to me.
Verbier. No,
It's more German.
Yeah, maybe so. I'm not sure how to pronounce that properly, but in the Swiss Alps. In the Swiss Alps. So
hell yeah.
That sounds like a lot of travel. Is this, you know how long of a season goes? Is it a full year?
According to the website, it's like a full year.
Okay. Because I'm thinking like, I guess some of those places can be full year, like running resorts.
Yeah, well, and then you got to think about it too, is like you could do a full year, but you're switching where you're going. Like you're doing the first half in the northern hemisphere, and then you're going to the southern hemisphere, like South America and different things like that.
Yeah. That one was unexpected.
Reason to get an icon pass or an epic pass.
You get a point there. I just want to go to Japan. That's where I want to go.
You've been talking about that for a minute.
Oh, dude, I see so many videos of it. It looks so much fun.
We'll get there one day. We'll get there.
But the other cool thing is too, no matter where the competition is happening, they have partnered with NBC and Peacock here in the United States, but they do have other international partnerships to broadcast every single event worldwide. So I thought that was pretty cool. You can basically you catch the action no matter what day it is. Well, I saw an article that basically said Shaun White's putting the F1 spin on snowboarding. It's like an F1 race deal. Even the format's similar to F1, or even like motocross, like you were talking about.
The risk is so similar with F1. Like they're doing the most insane acrobatic movements out of any athletes, I think.
100%. Them and gymnast
marketed heavily.
Yeah, and Shaun White like already secured over 15 million to take off in just this inaugural season. I just think it's a really cool, like fresh take on snowboarding. It's not just a one and done thing. It's very unique.
Yeah. Not like, oh, we have 2 of 3 events and then the Olympics. So exactly. I agree. It's going to let the average person know a little bit more about what it is.
Oh yeah.
These guys get into and what else is out there too in terms of travel, destinations, experience.
For sure. Well, shall we move on to the competition format for this upcoming first event?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Take it away.
All right. Well, basically, like I was saying earlier, it's a little bit related to F1 as far as the format goes. There's a qualifying day, then there's basically race day or competition day. Qualifying round basically starts on the Friday, competition days on Saturday, or the finals are on Saturday. Basically, the competitors are divided. They have women and men. Women kick it off a little earlier in the day, men finish the day. They're separated into the different heats. And the way those work, the heats are split for the men into 4 groups of 5 athletes. For the women, they're split into 4 groups of 4. And then for the men, 4th and 5th place is eliminated. 1st place automatically advances. And then 4th place for the women is automatically eliminated. 2nd and 3rd place advance to the last chance qualifier, which is the final event of like the qualifying day. And the last chance qualifier is basically just an opportunity for the second and third place group finishers to get an opportunity to advance to the finals day. So basically, whoever wins that moves on. Then finals day starts with the quarterfinals, then semis, then the finals. It's a best of 3 runs. And each athlete, this is that rule that I was going to talk about with the half pipe earlier. Each athlete has to drop in on both walls on their first 2 runs. And then after all these rounds, the winner is decided. Yeah. Now, to give you a little bit more detail to finals day, let's see, where is it? But yeah, basically, it's like quarterfinals, semis, and finals. It's all head-to-head matchups. Whoever wins moves on, and so on and so forth until a winner is crowned. And then there's the trophy ceremony on Saturday. So it's not 3 days like an F1 format, but it's 2 days. And that is essentially what they're going to be doing, both the men and the women, to decide a champion of each for this competition. Now, again, like Tyler was saying earlier, not only do you get points for the day and you win the day, but you get points like towards your season overall. Whoever wins the entire season at the end of the year is crowned the world champion.
The world champion for
Snow League.
Destination 1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also on qualifying days, they have practice each day and warm up each day. So I mean, if you want to get there early, like we could go out there and like watch them warm up and see what they're throwing down. But I feel like Saturdays when it's gonna get crazy, when you're really gonna see some athletes throw out their best tricks and just send it.
Yeah, so they both start warming up. Men and women start warming up at 9 a.m. on Friday. And then, no, sorry, Saturday. But for Friday, the men start at 11:20 with practice, and the women start at 8:40. So they start quite a bit earlier.
Yeah, they kick it off pretty early as far as that goes.
Which we're going to have to hustle and bustle from Copper to Aspen that morning.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I'm so fine to do that. Wake up early, like see the sunrise into Aspen, and then you were immediately watching the event.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm very excited to do it.
Breakfast burritos, some hot coffee, or probably like a Bang or something. 300 milligrams caffeine to the dome. 5 a.m.
Yeah, sure, dude.
But the heats and the last chance qualifier, that'll be interesting.
Yeah. And then just to make it clear too, the last chance qualifiers for the remaining 8 athletes, that second and third place ones,
right?
They each it's the best of 1 of 2 runs to make it to the championship bracket. That is how 4 of those guys get to move on. It's only 2 runs whenever it's the last chance qualifier.
Yeah, it's going to be sick.
Should be cool.
We're going to see how many celebrities Chuck can get a photo with.
I'm going straight for Shaun White.
How many do you think he can get?
How many?
One?
How many do we think he can get?
Yeah.
I think he'll chicken out every single time.
No way. Make a bet. What's the money line? Over, under?
Let's go with 3.5. That's kind of high.
Ryan, you taking that action?
I want to say over just so we can see a lot of cool people.
Yeah, I agree. You never know.
Then we'll just be like, Chuck, go over there. And then he gets punched in the face by security.
Chuck gets us backstage.
I get us free white space boards from Shaun White.
Yeah.
He's just running around with like 20 boards.
Like, yo, I got another one.
Those are for the kids.
Like, I'm a kid at heart.
Oh,
please. I don't have a board yet. I'm poor.
Well, 2022, when we went to X Games at Snowmass or Aspen, Buttermilk, same area. We stayed kind of in the same area too, but they had a Screwball whiskey tent. Then they had a Monster Energy tent, and they were giving out free Monsters, free Screwball. Ooh. And at the Screwball tent, we actually started playing with a little puppy out there, and we noticed the lady/girl from Vampire Diaries was the owner of the dog, Nina DeBrove. think that's how you pronounce her last name.
Oh, okay.
But she was dating Shaun White.
I was gonna say, aren't they married?
So when we were realizing who she was, we ended up seeing Shaun White, and so we talked to him for a second, and then I mean it was pretty quick. They were literally like tugging on Shaun to go do this promotional screwball thing the whole time. But we actually talked to Nina for a while, and she named her dog Maverick.
Hell yeah.
So I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, like Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah. You get her number?
No, that's funny. But no, we get to, you never know who you're going to see.
Might see Matthew McConaughey out there. Who knows?
Yeah, we were just following where the free stuff was and ended up being a private party.
That checks out.
Checks out. I mean, they ID'd us and everything. We were right in there. So it was cool. They were giving out free Wendy's stuff.
I'll take it. I mean, you can't go wrong with free stuff.
So we'll see what the vendors are. We'll see what kind of food they have out there, what kind of drinks. We might even post all that to the WVY Gang Instagram story. We could talk about it maybe evening of. I was thinking maybe we go like Instagram live or something, or, give the people a little twist of what we're doing out there.
We can do that. I'm down.
With the lodge life or possibly nightlife through Aspen, Breckenridge, Frisco with the Vandalux concert, which will be interesting. I know Ryan's excited for that one.
Yeah, that'll be a cool one. Also got some gear coming in too, so we can wear throughout the week too.
No, new
WVY Gang merch.
We got some new merch coming. We're gonna be out there, so we'll be online in that presence if you're trying to look at the merch. And then hopefully we get some new things out and pushed a little bit more, and then still tweaking the websites a little bit as we go, of course. But
we'll figure it out.
I'm excited about all this. So
yeah. It's just gonna be a fun weekend regardless.
The Vandalux concert I think is gonna be awesome because it's a pretty intimate setting, like pretty tight knit venue right in the middle of downtown Frisco, Colorado. So
nice.
It's the 10 Mile Music Hall.
10 Mile, is that what it called? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Okay. I think it's for $29 last time we checked.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
Well, shall we list some of the notable athletes competing?
I think we shall.
Yeah, and then we'll get our picks in.
There we go. All right. Well, I don't want to go through the whole list because there's a lot on both sides, both men and women. I'll name a couple notable ones that I'm excited to see. I'll let you guys each do the same. For me, it's definitely the Hirano brothers. I mean, Ayumu Hirano, I watched him. I mean, all of them really ball out in the Olympics. They're just insane. That goes as far as the men's side go. A couple of the women, to be honest with you, I don't know a whole lot. But anybody United States, I'm excited to see. Beatrice Kim, Maddie Maestro, Madeline Shafrick, Sonora Sony Alba. Those are the ones I'm going to be cheering for. That's for sure.
There's no Scotty James here, huh?
I didn't see him on the list, no.
Because he's been crushing the half pipe like for a long time.
Yeah, and I'm sure
we got Louis Vito. Louis Vito's making a comeback. He's the oldest at 36. Well, we've been watching him since he was 18.
Yeah, no.
Okay, what is he? Oh, he's Italian. Okay.
He's still getting after it. Yeah, he's repping Team Italy in the Olympics, last Winter Olympics.
I think I remember. I think I recognize. I know who you're talking about. I think I recognize him now.
Down for a bit. He's a good rider. I'm interested to see the 16-year-olds because who knows what they're bringing.
Pause.
16-year-old from USA and 16-year-old from Korea. Sandro Barbieri. Let's go with that. And then Joy Lee.
Okay.
Sound correct? But
Joy Lee, is that a woman or men?
No, that's on the men's side.
Oh, it's on the men's side. Oh, okay.
The Korean.
Oh, I see him. Okay.
And then you got a couple of your locals out there, Chase Josie and Lucas Foster. So I know there's probably going to be a lot of people looking for them in the crowd. I believe Foster's from Telluride and Josie's from Breckenridge, something like that.
That tracks.
And then creative writer I'd like to note is Pat Bergener. I believe that's how you pronounce that too. But you're correct. Both Hiranos, or what? All three Hirano brothers?
All three. I think they're all there. I see there's Ayumu and Ruka.
Ruka and Ayumu.
The craziest part about them is how high they get.
Dude, they're insane. And I'm pretty sure Ayumu was the one that threw the first ever triple cork in a competition.
Like 40 feet off the ground almost, like maybe even 50. Dude gets up there. It's crazy.
Dude, if I even got half that high, I'd be doing like the fucking panic, come down and just break whatever I landed on. I don't know how they do it.
The sky wobble.
Yeah, that would be me.
Oh, that'd be terrible. One of these guys actually has some Wavy Gang gear in this list.
Is that the Australian?
That's the Australian. It's Valentino Gaselli.
Nice.
He flies. He's got a couple of jackets, some hoodies. Maybe not some. I think he's got a jacket and a hat. And it's got embroidered on the front the flying V, and it's got a Wavy Gang logo on it.
Hell yeah, dude! That's awesome. That's super cool.
So
I think for that, maybe I'll just go for him.
Yeah, no, he's a super laid back dude. From what I.
How cool would it be if he busted out a Wavy Gang jacket on the day of the comp?
Oh, that'd be sick. But dude,
I'd be like, we got to go fix that website right now, dude.
Yeah, could you imagine? He's like ripping the pipe with that jacket on.
One day.
We're that close. We're that close. He's on the list.
Yes, he is. How about the women for you, Ryan? You got anybody of note?
Yeah, so I am looking at Beatrice Kim because I think she's Chloe Kim's sister. And if so, I think there's a lot of potential there. And I would be really interested in seeing her do very well. What are y'all thinking?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm right there with you. That's who I'm looking at, mainly because it's United States. But again, I'm not 100% positive if she is. But if she is her sister and she's 17, I mean, sometimes the younger sibling is oftentimes better, you know?
Oh, definitely.
Possibly true.
But I mean, even if she's not sisters, I mean, it's still good to go for a young USA woman in there.
Of course, always.
I think Mastro would probably do pretty good.
I know that name. I just can't put a face to it. I'm also excited to see. Huh?
So I think I know that name too. I thought I watched her in the last X Games.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yuki
I think that
and Stina Tomita, another pair of sisters on there. That's pretty interesting.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. You're right. Rep in Japan again. A lot of Japanese riders, both on the women and men's side.
Yeah, but they always shred. Like they always throw it down. They come with something new or something we haven't seen, and it's like, how did they do that?
Exactly.
And so Maddie Mastro is a two-time Olympian, X Games medalist, and U.S. Open champion.
Nice. Well, that makes sense then why we've heard of her. Probably saw her in the Olympics.
She got silver in X Games last month.
Okay. Yeah, can you confirm the other guy, since you were talking about crazy tricks and then throwing crazy stuff down, Ryan, in that knuckle huck competition, was that Wang Zhang of China, the 21-year-old
Yeah,
who did the triple front flip?
Wang Jiang, 21 years old,
Dude.
triple front flip. Nuts.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, we're going to have our eyes on him too. Did he do the half pipe at X Games?
I have no idea. I didn't really watch the X Games, to tell you the truth.
That's such a shame.
I was at Breck that day. It was going on while we were at Breck.
You're saving collarbones.
I mean, I didn't save it, but I got him some medical assistance. That's for sure.
Stabilize it for a brief time.
He was looking at it.
Yeah, I took a peek. Yeah, for those of if you don't know, first time I got out to the mountain, I'll go over the story just briefly. Went out with a few friends. Uh, one of uh, one of the friends, first run of their day of the trip out there, falls down. At first he like hurt his like upper shoulder area, collarbone area. I went over, examined it a little bit, felt completely in place, felt fine. He had a little tenderness, could lift his arm above his head. Told him to just basically get to the bottom, uh, kind of walk it off a little and maybe go get a drink and relax. Falls again. And then he walks his board down the rest of the way, and I was already at the bottom, and I was like, oh, that's not good. Had him take his jacket off, checked it again. Almost, I barely touched it, and I felt grinding. And I was like, yeah, that's broken, bud. Let's go see the medic. Went straight to first aid, took him to urgent care, and the x-ray confirmed it. It was very unfortunate when that happens.
Dude, you were a hero that day, though.
I mean, I don't know if I'd go that far, dude. It's not like I didn't save him or anything, but
you know what to do. Exactly. A lot of people would have panicked.
That's the tough thing about ski trips is like people go out the first day, and the amount of times one person gets hurt is pretty likely.
Man, I hate to throw my boy under the bus, but Joseph Geikis was one of them.
it happens.
It does.
Broke his leg in half, standing in the lift line.
Standing in the lift line?
Yeah, we were about to get on the lift at night, and he ate it.
How do you do that in the line?
So he slid. He went. If you can see my fingers.
Yeah.
This way. The board slid this way, so it was like.
Oh no!
Oh, dude.
Board, and then of course, as the board went this way, he went wham.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
The split kind of stayed in the ground, and
yeah,
bent 90 degrees. We had
I believe it.
We brought the jaws of life out. We had to do CPR.
You did not bring out the jaws of life, bro. That's for getting people out of car accidents. Get out of here.
I'm just kidding. His ankle was
he was taking a hammer and a nail to it,
dude,
putting it back together.
It was pretty black and blue. I'll give him that.
Oh, dude, yeah, I bet that shit hurt. I mean, but to go off of what you were saying, Ryan, like people's first day, first trip, getting out there, first run. When we got to the urgent care, a couple people were having a conversation. There was one dad there who seemed like he broke all of his ribs. He could barely move and he could barely speak because he was doing really shallow breaths because it hurt him. He was hurting so bad. Another guy there who hit his head really hard. And then another person there who I think either messed up their wrist or their collarbone. They started briefly talking. Every single one of them, it was their first day on the mountain.
Oh man, that's
every single one of them.
But I feel like
so a little PSA, a little public service announcement. When you ride down, be careful of what you put in your pockets because you might land on it. If you got a little Gatorade in your chest pocket or something, it could just break your rib.
Dude, I know that from personal experience. One of the first times I went snowboarding, I had my phone in my chest pocket and I ate it. I caught my toe edge, fell face first. Phone somehow got perpendicular to my body and went straight into my rib cage, knocked the wind out of me. And I think I broke one rib somehow. It was only one. And then I snowboarded. I mean, I snowboarded the rest of the trip just fine, but I was like, dang, this really kind of hurts, guys.
Breathing hard with the altitude too.
Yeah. It did not feel good, to say the least. You're dead on there, Ryan. That's for sure.
Yeah. So I would say if you're comfortable with the backpack, you can do a backpack because it'll almost break your fall and you can't really feel anything inside. So if you're comfortable with it, sometimes people don't want to ride with extra stuff.
Yeah, unless you
I like that
GoPro stick in that backpack.
That's true.
But
I mean, I always ride with the backpack though.
Yeah, I always try to ride with a backpack also. It's like the cherry on the fit, when you're on the board, because you got room for snacks, you got room for drinks, you got room for a snowboard tool, phone charger if you need it later. You can keep your wallet in there if you're if you want to do that.
Got a waterproof speaker too, you know, got a jam on the mountain.
Yeah, throw in that JBL, play some Fetty Wap. Yeah.
Heck yeah. I mean, that's the ideal way to do it. You got some tunes. You don't have to worry about a locker. You don't have to worry about anything else. Just got what you need right there.
100%. You know, it's funny. I decided to do snowboarding over skiing solely based off the injuries. I was like, if I'm gonna hurt something, I'd prefer to hurt my upper body than like blow out a knee. Because the
Yeah.
more common injuries with skiers are knees and legs. Snowboarders, it's like wrists, collarbones, different shit like that. And I was like, I'd rather hurt something up top than blow out a knee or something.
No, I agree. I mean, I treated a patient not too long ago that her first time skiing ever, she ate it, tore like ACL, MCL, meniscus. She also had to have a partial knee replacement.
How old was she?
Like 36 or 38.
Ah, damn.
Like full on like arthroplasty around the tibia and femur patella area.
That's no fun.
Like medial side, I think. So that thing had to have just rotated and snapped.
I mean, I believe it. It's a dangerous sport, no matter if you ski or snowboard.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So with that being said, we're gonna hit all the terrain parks. We're full sending it.
Yep. Camp Woodward, here we come.
We got them all mapped out and try and hit as many reasonable things as we can.
As long as you got a helmet on, that's all I care about.
Keyword reasonable.
Keyword reasonable, yeah. I'll go off a couple boxes. I'll do some I don't even know terms for tricks. I don't know. But
I'll do some hops.
I'll do some stuff.
Just make up some words, it'll sound good.
Yeah, like go watch me do this corn dog real quick.
50-50. I'll do a 50-50 nose grind, front side board slide onto the tail, do a McTwist on top of it with an ollie back, whatever. Anyway.
Do the 940 Miracle Whip.
The Cheesecake McMuffin.
Throw a little mayonnaise on there.
The Big Mac.
Okay.
Stinky feet with a little extra on top.
Go watch Chuck hit a 10 count.
Bro, make it a 12.
Oh, he's doing the foot long.
Jesus.
And he tweaked it to a Route 44.
All right. Well, let's see. What else you got here? We went over the athletes. Who are you excited to see? Why don't you ask the question you threw up there, Tyler?
The question I
discussion
threw up there.
Topic.
Pulling it down.
What is this?
The most excited to see perform?
We already kind of went over that.
Yeah, we did. Well done, guys. Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you could do an event, what would you do? Wide open.
As far as like competing, or what do you mean?
Like realistically, if you could choose an event to train for and do it, what would you do?
I'm assuming it's related to snowboarding.
No, tennis.
Okay. Tennis.
Probably 10 aces in a row.
I think you could hit that, Ryan. You know, train. Give me like a solid 3 months in the gym. I think you could maybe.
You don't need to go in the gym for 10.
In the event of a snow event, what event would you do?
I think it'd be.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Chuckles.
No. You go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
All right. So I think snowboard wise, I would do the big air, just like freestyle big air.
Shit, cousin.
You know.
You son of a bitch. That's what I was going to say.
You're just slingshotting it out there.
If it's not snowboard related, I would try to do the snowmobile freestyle.
Okay.
Have I ever driven a snowmobile? I have not, but that just seems cool and dangerous.
Hell yeah.
I like where your head's at.
I'd like to do the tree style competitions. I think that would be fun. And then the Olympic event. What do they call it?
Skiing, probably.
No, or they're just trying to jump as far as they can and land it.
Oh, wait, with the skis where they're flying through the air?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Just big air. I don't know. I don't know what that's called. I know exactly what you're talking about. But dude, that event is wild.
Yeah, but you have to do it backwards.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be kind of wild. I'm sure somebody's done it backwards.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally just called ski jumping.
Yeah.
Ski jumps.
Can you imagine the adrenaline just flying like a couple 100 feet in the air with two skis on?
Think about the calmness that probably comes over them while they're in the air, though.
That's probably true.
I feel like their mind probably just shuts off and they're just like, just
Just
here in the
lose,
air.
they lose bladder control.
They just piss themselves. That'd be crazy.
Oh my
No,
god!
I think if I had to pick one, though, going off what Ryan said, I think I would do the big air snowboard, try to throw some tricks down one of those big air competitions, not on the half pipe, like just straight up big air. Because the training for that looks like it's a lot of fun. You just get to basically go as fast as you can, do some tricks in the air, and like land on a big, the big inflatable things that they used to train for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I think that'd be fun to train for. Now, if you eat it on that though, you're gonna eat it really hard. That's the one downside.
Yeah, there's no like. I mean, it's sink or swim. You're eating or you're eating it, pretty much.
100%.
But
Now,
you made it sound so simple. You might as well just start training.
I think I should, dude.
Like training looks fun. Looks like a good time. You just got to send it and maybe you land it. Maybe you don't.
Yeah, you got less than a month to train. You can enter the contest here.
All right, sign me up. I'm going again. I want her Ayumu Hirano. That's what I want. Put me up against him day one.
20 days and we'll make you a monster.
Could you honestly even be the camera guy?
No,
Dude, the camera guy.
I'm not even as good as one of the camera guys. Those guys are really good too.
You got to know how fast to go and like how high to fly to not overshoot the jump and still get the shot. And
yeah, still getting the shot, like a decent shot, but they get a great shot.
Oh, they get a fantastic shot. They get the best.
I would oversend it and most likely collide with the guy as he's coming down. I feel like that is like worst case scenario. Or I'm just so far behind him that I can't even keep up that it's like you can't even zoom in to see where the guy is.
Dude, Knucklehuck, I almost saw the cameraman get like his head chopped in half with the board. They were so close to hitting each other. It was nuts.
Dangerous job.
I'll send y'all the video and maybe we can make a reel and put it in there. But it was like so close. I don't know how they saved it. They literally like last second turned away from each other or they would have been toast.
Yeah, those cameramen got to have some skills too. You can't just be good with the camera. You got to be good on whatever you're doing too.
Yeah, you got to trust the feet big time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this goes right in hand with Copper Mountain hype. I mean, we're going to.
Hang on. Before we move on to that, I wanted to flip that question real quick. What is your least favorite event? What is an event that you would least like to do?
Half pipe probably because I suck at a half pipe right now.
Okay.
Like just being able to pump back and forth for that long and get that much air and be that consistent, like takes a lot of focus. So I would say I have a lot more work to do on that.
Okay. Ryan?
I think I would say that slalom skiing, they're going like 150 miles an hour. I don't think I can control that speed. I would be just going straight through the trees or something. Any little bump, I'm flying down the mountain and I'm back on my skis.
Everybody's yelling, pizza! Pizza!
That would be such a good skit to do. Like if it was like a Saturday Night Live skit or something.
Yeah.
Loiter Squad skit.
It's just like, on that South Park episode where they go to Aspen and it's the ski instructor. If you French fry when you're supposed to pizza, you're gonna have a bad time.
I think Chuck has that tattooed.
Dude, I love that saying. It's so funny.
Did we just foreshadow something here?
I mean, we're not skiing. So is Noah skiing?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's
his own skier.
All right. Well, make sure that
Naya skiing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if she wants to try and Nordic ski, cross country ski somewhere. So we'll see.
Oh, that's right. Not he's a skier. That's right.
We shall see.
But yeah, I think my event that I would least like to do is those moguls where they're just bouncing off of them back and forth. Dude, that looks absolutely miserable.
When those are super steep, I cannot stand them. If they're like reasonable, I don't mind them. But
The straight to the backflip though is what gets me. Like you gotta hit that, land it, and then you're back into the moguls. That's not fun.
That's pretty impressive. I've seen people do that on a board and skis.
Dude, you try like if I was on skis trying to get around the first two moguls, I'm blowing out my right ACL, then I'm blowing out my left, and then I'm just eating it the rest of the way. Like, no way, dude. That looks
snipe down the whole mountain.
Yeah, dude, it would be terrible. Why don't you move us on to the next one?
Well, let's talk about the concert hype. Vandalux concert. It was kind of a surprise. I didn't expect to see Vandalux. And also, like,
yeah, I wasn't expecting any concerts.
So, I mean, that's pretty sick.
It was true.
I got to take away from the hype. What? Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
I feel like we just cut each other off like 10 times.
I know. I'm so sorry. I'm listening.
Who's going?
You.
You are.
Oh, I lost it.
I'm sorry. Something Vandalux.
Yeah, we didn't think we were going to find anything at all on the concert side. So it's kind of a good little surprise.
Fantastic.
I mean, does that not help you? But, I'm thinking finish at Copper, figure out where we're staying within that realm, if we're going to stay in Frisco or wherever we end up wanting to stay for that night. I think we should hit downstairs at Eric's for a little like lunch pre or early dinner pregame kind of thing.
Yeah, downstairs at Eric's is one of the like classic spots to hit in Breckenridge if you haven't been. It's got a little arcade, a little bar, great pizza. Good spot.
They actually,
family friendly.
I got like a really good chicken fried steak there one time. So they got some different things too. A couple different sandwiches, burgers, wings.
Nice. Yeah, I never heard of that place until you guys mentioned it. I was wondering what that was.
Oh, dude, you've never been?
Nope.
That's pretty cool. It's a cool spot. It literally is like under Main Street, kind of.
Nice. Okay.
It was pretty sick. Nice. But yeah, we'll probably make our rounds out there and then head back towards venue.
Yeah, what I was gonna say was gotta take away from the Vandalux hype a little bit because I think I'm probably missing that.
Getting Chandog.
Yeah, so whenever we leave Copper, I'm going back to Fort Collins, and I think we're still trying to decide what we're doing that night because we haven't decided what we're doing. I don't know if you guys are planning on staying in like the Frisco area or going straight to Aspen or what, or I don't know what are our thoughts there.
Well, it's a possibility just because that little corridor driving at night gets super dark.
Yeah, it's I-70. That road's like brutal.
Passing through Vale and all that. It might be easier to just stay in like Frisco or Silverthorne or something.
All right. In that case, then me and Chancey might stay in Fort Collins that night. I don't know yet. We haven't decided.
Okay. I mean, we'll keep you updated on that because we haven't set that in stone. And I was kind of still looking at all those today and still need to continue to look.
No worries. And there's no reason to push it to Aspen that night with it being dark. It's better to be safe and then just us get an Airbnb for Friday and Saturday night.
I'd rather do that in the morning too, that drive.
100%.
A really pretty drive. And it'd just be kind of like we're up early, we're ready to go. And then we can check in wherever we need to after the events.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm just looking. Aspen. Yeah, Aspen's a 4-hour drive from Fort Collins. So, I mean, if we stayed in Glenwood Springs, I think that would be ideal because it's not that far from the venue. We could go check into the B&B, then head straight to the mountain.
Yeah. No, that would work.
Have y'all ever been to Copper though?
No, that's the first time for sure. I've walked some trails around Copper Mountain, but I've never skied it.
Did you look at that map today, Ryan?
Oh yeah.
It is kind of a gnarly mountain.
Are we
Not gonna lie.
are we gonna hit some chutes and bowls?
It looks like a lot of blacks if you go on the backside. Pretty much double black diamonds the whole backside.
It's just blacks. Yeah.
And then there's like 3 different bowls that are all double black diamonds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said in the group chat, I was like, copper's my favorite mountain, but it is not beginner friendly. I
Yeah,
mean,
but that you've got to get to those if you're wanting to do those. Like
that's
that's
true.
top
You gotta really know.
or way to the left or like way to the right. It's not
Right. But
really
you
in main section.
you still got to see how steep even their greens are. Like I feel like every single run is a lot steeper than normal at this mountain.
I
Again, that
feel
could
like
just
for some reason at Colorado resorts or not even like sometimes Utah too, even the green ones will just be steep for no reason.
Hmm.
And you're like, this is a green?
yeah, exactly.
Like, is it a green? Because like you literally just have to go straight down it.
Yeah, just because it's wide open
Yeah.
and there's not a
You
tree
have
in
to
my
send
way.
it. Like that's all you
I
have to
feel
do.
like so like some of the ones that you got to get to the lift to,
Green mean
uh,
go.
I want to say the Purgatory one, they have a pretty hard kind of green on that left side,
Oh
just to the left, you know?
no,
That
that's
was kind of
pretty
difficult.
steep. It's pretty steep. Not gonna lie. It's like steep for shit. It feels like
Yeah,
400
and
yards.
there's always a ton of people on that. So that does get easier.
That's the toughest part about that one is all the people crossing back and forth and not really having a line.
Yeah. Well, I think the good thing is we're going on a Thursday. If we were going on a weekend, it'd be packed no matter
Yeah.
where you go in that area. All on the I-70 corridor, everything is packed Friday and Saturday. It is brutal.
Yeah, Thursday should be sick.
I mean, regardless, we're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm probably sticking to blues. I might go down to black or two. Probably not going down to double black, but we'll see. We'll see what the boys want to do.
Yeah, we're gonna drag you into it.
I think
So
we'll hit at least one.
bring the camera and we'll be fine.
I'll bring the camera. Okay.
We'll hit one double black diamond.
Or it's like that one like shoot slash drop off me and Ryan accidentally ran into in Durango, Purgatory. It was like just casual 10-foot drop off right in the middle of the slope. And we're like, whoops. Didn't mean to lead us into this dead end drop off.
You just got cliffed out.
Well, it's just like one of those you go through the trees and then all of a sudden there's nothing there. And you're like, oh, here we go. I guess we're sending it.
Like, all right, good luck.
Hey, we both did it though.
Yeah.
Got it
And
down.
then I almost hit the tree at the bottom.
Yeah.
I bet.
Dude, you pick
Gained
up
like
it was like Mario Kart where you go over a speed boost.
Oh man. Yeah, the cool thing about Copper is too is there's a few parks. I think that's why Sean White liked it so much growing up. I think that was like his main one that he went to all the time.
I mean, I thought they used to have more competitions there too.
Yeah, they used to do big half pipe stuff there. I just don't know. I think it's mostly Aspen now. Aspen's kind of taking that over in the Colorado region.
Which is interesting just because Copper and Woodward, I feel like have always had this good working relationship that Copper Mountain was like where you did terrain park stuff.
So that's where you train, and then you go to the Aspen for the major leagues.
Oh, there you go. There you have it. Minor league to major.
Boom.
All the 12 to 16-year-olds, or I guess 15, are at Camp Woodward. Everybody else is already in the majors.
Just letting it rip.
Yes, sir. Well, was the Western Slope dive bar hype, was that downstairs at Eric's? Is that what you're talking about? Or what else? What was that about?
Definitely part of it. I mean, you got Breck Brewery there, of course. There's a couple spots in Frisco that are kind of cool too. They might be on the pricey side, but if you want a little snack or like a cocktail, wouldn't be a bad little try.
Yeah.
And then I still haven't really ventured into the Aspen nightlife at all. Like none of it. So I don't know.
I've only been to Aspen once, never went to a bar or anything. So because I was way underage. But I mean, we'll figure something out. I always enjoy like those really dive bar-y mountain town bars. Like I think they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I
That
agree.
is kind of what I liked about Durango. A couple places, not all of them, but
Yeah, I feel you. Fun fact, every time I've been to Aspen, though, the hotel that we've stayed at has always spotted a bear.
oh, oh.
So be
Good thing
ready.
I got bears. Good thing I got bear spray in the car.
Yeah, every single time. They're like, hey, we just saw a bear run around the check-in door. I'm like, oh shit, it just got here.
Tight, dude.
Be on the lookout. There's a bear around here. So I don't know if they're actually just messing with you at that point.
I don't know. It'd be funny if you got in your car, then like you like turn around to back out, and there's just a bear in your back seat.
Would that be funny?
Oh,
I don't think so.
I'd probably shit my pants. I'd be like, oh, fuck.
Just rips your wheel off real quick.
Yeah, no. Well, shall we put a bow on this podcast,
I
boys?
think so. I think so. We got
Yeah,
a lot to marinate on. We got a lot of planning to do, and we got a lot in store coming up.
Looking forward to it. Tyler, can you give us a little insight on what the next one of our big episodes going to be? Who we doing it on? What's the injury? Anything you looked at yet? Who you thinking?
Well, we've been we did Sark last.
We did our first medical episode. We're doing our first events episode here. So
It's Sark on the last medical. Then, man,
I feel like we should do a football one.
I mean, in that case, then Alex Smith, because that was devastating.
Yeah.
Or we do a weird little segue into Damar Hamlin's heart attack. Not coup contra coup, but his heart
I know what you mean. I like that idea. I like Damar Hamlin. That's a unique one.
because they have not even talked about that since it happened. Just kind of weird. And he's playing like all go.
That is weird. Yeah, he's like pretty good on their defense, I thought, this year too.
Yeah, he had like 80 something tackles, I thought.
Yeah, he was solid.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Like, dog, your heart stopped for like 10 minutes and you're playing football again.
Exactly.
And
That's
nobody's
wild.
talking about it.
Yeah, that's wild. Well, I'm down for that. Let's get that going. We'll do a bit of research and let's plan on doing that one next week, getting it out in about a week or two
Sounds good.
after we get this one out.
And then we'll definitely try to do some content in Aspen, Frisco, all that good stuff. Whether we go live, whether we go
I think we gotta go
read
live.
a little
I feel like we
makeshift
go live.
podcast. Maybe get some reels going.
Ooh, I think
y'all to Noah and Jaron. So
that'd be cool to have them on as guests. We could get the Damar Hamlin episode out, and then we could record a podcast in one of the Airbnbs with everybody.
yeah, it's possible.
That'd be sweet.
I like that idea.
It happened.
We could see what the 360 camera can do. I'll put that in the middle of
Oh,
us.
so sick. That'd be sick.
In the hot
I
tub.
like that. In the hot tub. There you go. I don't know how we got to figure out the audio on that though. I'm not sure I don't know how the audio would come out.
Yeah, the audio is a good point.
Maybe not in the hot tub. Well, I mean, we could try. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
The 360 has pretty good
waterproof?
audio. Yeah,
It's
it is.
right?
It's 100% waterproof.
Yeah, we
People
won't put that in the hot tub then.
No, I don't want to put it in the hot tub. I'm just saying it is waterproof.
Yeah, it was mainly a joke, guys. Come on.
We'll figure it out. Now, exciting stuff though. But yeah, we'll get this one out. We'll do our Damar Hamlin one before we get going to Aspen, and then we'll record something out there. Surprise. We don't know what it's going to be yet. All right.
Wild West.
Well, per usual, if you guys have any questions or just you would like
West.
to make a comment or say something to us or mention something we missed, feel free to give us a comment on our Instagram page at WVY Gang. Yeah, other than that, like, comment, subscribe, and stay wavy.
Chuck, you nailed that.